Hello and welcome. It's Kevin Rabeling again. Thank you very much for dropping by and listening once again. I want to talk to you about a very, very important subject today, and that is all about self-discipline. You know that all success starts with self-discipline. I'm going to give you several examples that you can apply in your life and how you can pitch up your life with good discipline. And I'm also going to demystify for you what is self-discipline. You know, I had a fairly average upbringing. I struggled at school. My parents were both immigrants. I was overweight. I had pretty poor discipline. I would much rather go fishing than pay attention at school. My discipline in myself was pretty poor. And then I joined the Navy, and they taught me two types of discipline. The type of discipline that causes pain and the type of discipline that causes gain. And I want to talk to you about the type of discipline that gives you gain. You know, there's an author that's written a book it's called Success Habits. It's called The Power of Habit. And that author's name is Charles Duhigg. And he points out just how much we are driven by habit. You know, most of what we do is driven by habit. Nearly all of what we do is driven by habit. Not all of the habits that you have, you put in place by yourself. They just formed. Our mind is a wonderful, fertile place, and habits are coming in all the time, whether or not we like it. Some habits come from our heritage, some come from childhood, some come from the environment, but we're always forming habits. What is self-discipline, and why is self-discipline? Why does all success start with self-discipline? Self-discipline is simply this. Self-discipline is simply putting in to your life the habits that you need, not that you want, but the habits that you need. You know, many of the habits you have right now, they cause you pain, they're making you sick, they're causing you a problem with your relationship, they may even be sending you down a path of ruin. You don't want those habits already, you know you don't want them. They're causing you pain, but you're doing them anyway. All that self-discipline is doing something that you may not necessarily like to do right now that will bring you to where you want to go sometime in the future. That's it. So, you know, Muhammad Ali talks about his habits in the gym. You know, he hated training. He didn't like training. In fact, every time he went to training, he hated it. But he knew he would be the world champion if he did what had to be done. So he did what he didn't like to do. He created a habit of doing things, a self-discipline of doing things he didn't want, so that he could be what he wanted. He could achieve what he wanted. And that's all that self-discipline is. You know, so I want to talk to you a little bit, a couple of examples of what you can do. You know, habits, we are forming them all the time. If you've got a habit that's causing you pain, it's very difficult to get rid of it, by the way, right? It's formed, and particularly if you've been doing it for a long time. The only way to get rid of it is to create something that's more important right now. It's to put another habit in its place. So do something now. This is one tip I have for you. Have a good look right now, and then do it in 6 months' time again. But have a good look at right now, all the key areas of your life, in your health, in your relationship, in your financial situation. Have a look at what habits you've got. The habits that you have formed already towards those top goals of yours. You must have a goal, right? Maxwell Maltz said that we are goal-orientated creatures. We are only happy. We can only find happiness if we are chasing our goal. An artist must paint. An artist must paint. A singer must sing if he's to be ultimately happy. And you should create the habits that will get you to your goal. So have a look. Take stock every 6 months. List all of the areas of your life. Look at all your habits. Look at the one thing, one top area that you could change that will give you the most impact, and create a new habit, a new self-discipline that will get rid of that. So, success is always achieved through self-discipline. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger once said, you know, while you're sleeping or laying on the couch or goofing off, somebody out there is working hard. Somebody's working their butt off. Somebody knows their goal and they're hunting it down. And you should do that too. And here's another quote I like to remember. You know, if you're not the first coming into work, the last leaving, or the one working the hardest, you will soon find that you are working for that person. So if you're not working harder than everyone else, you'll soon be working for that person. And if you are the one working the hardest, doing the most, not goofing off at the water fountain, not finding excuses not to achieve, then soon you'll find yourself moving up and up and up and up, and your life will be much better. So just to finish off, self-discipline is only about setting the right habits that are going to change your life. Examples of that are getting rid of those negative habits that make you put on weight, or smoking, or doing things that aren't good for your body. Adopting the right habits for your goal and doing them every day. You know, the good thing about self-discipline is you don't have to feel like doing it. In fact, you probably won't ever feel like doing it, right? I do exercise every morning, and every morning it hurts. I don't do it because I want to do it. I do it because I have to do it, because I have a goal and I will achieve it. So all success is based on self-discipline, and I wish you all the success in your life, and good luck, and bye for now. I'm Kevin Raebling. Thanks for listening.